Hi, this is about a self-management research study. This movie was developed for students in the treatment group who will be using self-management, and this is about the parent-informed consents. Researchers at George Mason University are conducting a study in which the performance of students in one class who are using self-management will be compared to the performance of students in another class who is not using self-management. In order to determine the students' performances, assessments, quite like the ones that your teachers give anyway, will be used. For individual students to participate in this study, this document, a 3-page document called a Parent-Informed Consent, needs to be sent to your parents. They need to read it and indicate whether or not they are okay with you participating in the study. The researchers' names and contact information are somewhere on these 3 pages, so if your parents have any questions, they can contact one of the researchers. What's noted on page 2 of the parent-informed consent and what's highlighted in yellow is where your parents need to indicate that they do or do not agree for you to participate in this study. Your parents will have 2 copies of the document. They keep one for their records. They need to do their signature, the date, and your name, the student's name, in one of the spaces. On the next page, page 3 of the 3-page document, parents can read at the top about instructional purposes for video audio tape and professional education purposes of video audio tape. Now students, one part of this instruction is the researchers watching classroom instruction. The researchers might be in your classroom in person, or they may be using a video camera. If they're using a video camera, there's a chance that students might appear in the video. However, it's important for you to know that the researchers are not focusing on students. They're focusing on the teacher's instruction. However, if a student might appear in the video, that's why we need your parents to indicate at the bottom of page 3 and the yellow highlighted areas whether or not they need you to be reseated or if they're okay if you are in the video. So in the first box, they're agreeing or they're not agreeing for you to participate in the audio or videotaping for instructional purposes. In the second box, they're agreeing or not agreeing for you to be video or audio taped for professional education purposes. Students, it's very important for your parents to indicate their preference in each of these boxes by checking off one of those lines. For this entire parent-informed consent, look at the yellow highlighted areas and make sure that your parents have completed them before you bring the parent-informed consent back to school and give it to your teachers. You need to return the parent-informed consent by the date your teacher identifies. He or she will tell you that after this video. Now, if every student in this class returns the parent-informed consent by the identified date, your teacher will contact one of the researchers to send pizza. Here's what the pizza boxes looked like for another class where all of the students returned their parent-informed consents by their teacher's identified date. So hopefully you'll be able to eat some pizza also. One of the things that teachers have done is they've had their students complete these student assent forms. Of course, this needs to be done after the parent consent forms are returned. It'd be nice if you were able to eat pizza at the same time that you're completing the student assent forms. Also, on the date that all parent-informed consents are due, the teacher will raffle one gift card. Only students who have returned their parent-informed consent are eligible for the raffle. The raffle might be for a Subway gift card, a Cold Stone gift card, iTunes, or a Starbucks gift card. Thank you for listening to this video, and also thank you in advance for returning your parent-informed consents.